Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. We are about to hit 18,000 subscribers. Thank you all. Before I start, let me just plug something in real quick. Oh, this camera's about to fall. Oh, how can I do this? Okay. Maybe I should do this at the end. Nah, fuck it. Screw it. 30-day cursing challenge. So, the Center SF, January 16th, Wednesday, in San Francisco. I am teaching a detox event. You can come and meet me and hang out with me and amazing high vibrational people at an amazing high vibrational venue, which I have been to countless times, and I meet the best people there, including my girlfriend. I'm teaching a detox event, okay? It's $25 if you buy the tickets now, $30 if you buy it at the door, and I'm going to be teaching a lot of stuff, cutting edge information, and we'll hang out, we'll have a good time, and you'll meet some amazing friends, people on the path of detox and healing. I'll post a link to the event description, to the info description, but let's move forward now. Enough sales pitches. The part of you that, I think there's a lot of different reasons that people can be insecure when it comes to being a healer or opening up a business, or even in terms of authentic communication. I used to think, when I first started this YouTube channel, I used to go through countless hours of gymnastics, and you could even feel the gymnastics in my voice when I was talking, as far as if I'm not fully healed, how can I be a healer? If I'm not fully healed, how can I be teaching? How can I be preaching? How can I be helping? How is my medicine worth anything if I'm not fully healed, right? This was the dilemma that I was in when I first started the Detox Dudes. Yeah, I made it through this crazy journey. I was no longer suicidal. I was starting to feel good in my body. But in truth, I was and still am going through shit, right? The shit that I go through now, a lot of it has to do with emotional, spiritual stuff, and it's a different flavor of shit, right? Like back then it was helpless, hopeless, distraught, despair, panic. Whereas now I go through shit and I feel tired. Sometimes I feel inflamed and heavy. Sometimes I feel super sad. I go through stuff on a regular basis as far as just being a human. I'm not blissed out all the time. I'm not, I'm not where I want to be, right? We all have this picture, this place that we want to be at, where life is just roses and fairy tales, and it's like that really light feeling where there's no burden of being, of trauma, and there's just this light, airy, fluffy, high vibrational life. And some people are there. My vision is that a lot of people are there, and it's a little bit of a shortcut because they're not fully going deep into themselves and exploring and peeling the layers of the onion, right? So maybe that's jealousy on my part, I don't know, but I see a lot of like the vegan juicing crowd, like talking about just this airy fairy life, and I really question whether or not they're just separating from their shit, right? Because veganism it separates us from our astral body. Veganism and juice fasting and all of this fasting just separates us from our shit. Versus, being really grounded in it, it's a much more different experience, right? And it takes decades, if not a full lifetime, to be able to just say that, my life is bliss all the time. Personally, I've never met anyone that's in that blissful state all the time. And I've never even conversed or had any of my YouTube interviews with any people that I look at and say, wow, they've found the answer. I on my YouTube conversations, I'm very open and I'm there for them, and I'm not gonna shut them down or tell them or call them out on anything. But when at the end of the day, when all is said and done, when I finish those conversations, I really just think about it and I'm like, nope, doesn't feel like a line that I'm willing, ready to throw my life into. So anyway, the rant was supposed to illustrate, the fact that I still go through shit. I'm not blissed out all the time. I don't know many people, if any people, that are. I view life as a sort of obstacle, a sort of, can you be in the eye of the storm, right? The storm's going to be there, especially for people on a warrior path. The storm's going to be there. Can you be in the eye of the storm and maintain your peace through it all? And then, of course, I also ask myself the question of maybe that is our life path, is to have this unbelievable bliss. And maybe life doesn't need to be painful. I don't know. All I can tell you is I haven't achieved pure radiant bliss on a daily basis. I feel very good on average. But I haven't met anyone who's really radically impressed me either, right? If I did, I would be on that path. I mean, I have met people who have impressed me with their consciousness, but they're not blissed out all the time. They're not. It impresses me more when someone is like super grounded and still facing shit after 25 years of meditation, rather than someone who's like juicing every day or on like a fruitarian diet, and their energy just feels like it's up here, and they're just like, yeah, man, bliss all the time. Fruitarianism is the way, Anyway, okay, enough ripping fruitarians apart. The point of this video has nothing to do with any of that. The point of this video is that I used to think that I had to be in that place in order to have a YouTube channel, in order to coach people, in order to help people. It's like I would always reverse engineer it and say, and this is the way I was towards other people, right? Why would I take financial advice from someone who isn't freaking wealthy? Why wouldn't I take health advice from someone who isn't radiant, right? This is the thing that used to cross my mind with every facet of life. Why would I learn jiu-jitsu from someone who's not great at jiu-jitsu? And what I learned through all of this is, yes, that paradigm is definitely a winning paradigm if you want to go through life and choose experts who have achieved that goal, right? But the other important part here is that both can exist at the same time, okay? You can have a super powerful, wise healer inside of you that's ready to transform and change humanity. And at the same time, you can have a distraught, depressed, sad little boy that's terrified. You can have them existing side by side in the same moment, in the same conversation, right? I used to think if I was in a bad place, I couldn't coach people. And there are times when I just cancel every appointment, come back to center, I'm overwhelmed, I have too much going on, I'm not in my center, cancel everything, come back to me, then go back to my clients. But there are also times, like let's say I'm a little tired, right? Or let's say I'm anxious about something. Or let's say my boy inside is terrified about something. I, historically speaking, would be on the phone and thinking, wow, I feel so guilty. I can't believe this person is giving me money when I'm anxious, right? And I would have this guilt trip about it. Am I not a good healer? Am I not ready for this? Should I not be making these YouTube videos, right? Or if I'm making a video and I'm anxious, right? From making a video and there's unrest inside of me, there used to be a part of me that would say, am I a phony because I'm talking about self-love and I'm anxious? Or I'm talking about self-love and I'm hating myself right now? I don't really ever hate myself anymore, but you get the point. So So both can exist at the same time. And the only way to heal that little boy is to actually make the handoff to that bigger part of yourself. It doesn't just happen like this. And if you wait 25 years to start your journey as far as helping others, or if you wait 25 years as far as teaching or opening up a YouTube channel, waiting for that perfect moment where you're radiant and blissful and all of your problems have been melted away, well, then we would have no YouTube. We would have no teachers, right? We would have nobody here helping, because there would be a few people to come online every 25 years. Maybe maybe nobody would if we all waited for that perfect moment, right? So the teacher is always a student. I'm always a student. I'm always going through something. And in fact, if I make a video about something, I'm not just teaching it because I see it in other people. I'm teaching it because I see it in myself, right? So both of these parts of ourselves, they have to be able to exist in, whatever the word, parallel, in conjunction with each other. This is how you can, A, get on your mission. Your mission will support your healing, right? When I literally have been manifesting my life through this YouTube channel. Let me explain. When I first started this channel, I would talk about, you can have the riches, you can have health, you can have wealth, you can do what you love. I was just starting to make a living. Actually, from day one of my business, I made a living, and a good living. I guess that's because people feel what I've been through my voice. People know that I'm the real deal. People know that I'm not here to fuck around, screw around, and I'm not here, for anything other than depth and intention and transformation, and to make a living too, okay? But people could feel that. So I have had a good business from the very beginning. But I was talking about things like manifestation and manifesting the life of your dreams, and those things weren't necessarily true in my life, but I knew that by talking about it, believing it wholeheartedly, it would come true. And now I feel like I'm coming to the place where, like, truly my business and my life is like manifesting in this unbelievable way. And my dreams are coming true as far as the life that I live. I have an amazing, amazing life. I have so much fucking freedom, so much. So the point is that I was teaching manifestation, and I was teaching all of these techniques before I was an expert. Because by sharing your truth, whether or not you've mastered it, you refine it. You become a master by sharing it. And you get a feedback system with other individuals. You open up, I want to see 10 of you guys, I want to see 10 of the 18,000 subscribers open up a YouTube channel and post a link, and I'll subscribe to you. Make a video. You don't need to be in radiant, abundant health in order to start teaching or start sharing your message to the world. Both of these parts can exist simultaneously. The scared little boy or the scared little girl and the masterful highest self right there next to each other, talking to you at the same time, okay? Right here. It's all here. You don't need to have everything figured out before you write that story down, or before you create that website, or before you open that YouTube channel, okay? There are people who will try and be perfect. There are people who will use YouTube to try and come across as perfect, or Instagram. I guarantee you spend enough time with that individual and you will smell them, okay? You will smell the shit that they have. We all have shit. We all have stuff going on, okay? It's the relationship to the stuff, the relationship to the shit that dictates the individual, that dictates the power and the grace and the impressive presence of an individual. So, again, I just want to make it clear. You don't have to have everything figured out to be helping someone else. And in fact, helping other people with integrity will help you heal. Because if you're charging money for it, the money comes in, you use it for your health. It's this beautiful feedback system. I've helped people use the finances to give me more safety and freedom and feeling abundant and being able to buy supplements and buy foods and feeling safe. Feeling like I'm doing something important, right? Feeling like I could have my needs met. So create that system in place in whatever it is that you do where you can create a feedback system loop. This is the way of the universe. Watch all plants in nature. They're always giving and receiving. Forget the New Age paradigm about not making money in spirituality. That's bullshit. So start that YouTube channel, start that business, start the blog. If you don't even want to make a living doing it, start it anyway, because your gifts will come out through you to the world. You'll be in creative flow. You'll be telling the universe that you're here to teach truth, and the universe will support you in your endeavor. All right, that's all I got for you today. Peace.
Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change.